It's September 25th, 2025. News in brief on Adventist World Radio 97.7. You are hearing us live from AWR Studios, 108 Otumfo, Osei Tutu the second Blvd Street. We are streaming live both on Facebook Radio, and on YouTube. Adventist World Radio Kumasi 97.7. You can also go to our website on www.awrkumasi.com or download the Radio Garden app on Play Store or on App Store to access this news. We come your way with news both local and international that have been carefully selected and meticulously scrutinized by all our producers and editors to your service. Let's get to the headlines first. Citizens petition Iyoko to arrest former Chief Justice Tokonu over alleged misuse of public funds. Also, Dafiamakbo and two others drag Ghana Bar Association to the Supreme Court. Police launch investigations into the suspected murder of a security guard in Wa. In some of our international stories, 4 killed as youth protest turned deadly in India. Now let's get to the details. A private legal practitioner, James Kofi Afedo, has formally petitioned the Economic and Organized Crime Office, EOCO, to arrest and prosecute Ghana's immediate past Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokonu for allegedly causing financial loss to the state. According to the petition, Mr. Afedo claims the former Chief Justice misapplied public funds during her tenure as head of the Judicial Service. He alleged that Justice Tokonu used state funds to cover travel expenses and per diem allowances for her husband during a private trip to Tanzania in 2023, and similarly funded her daughter's travel and allowances for a private holiday to the United States of America. Mr. Afedo argued that these violate provisions of the Public Financial Management Act 2016. The petition urges Yoko to swiftly investigate and prosecute the former Chief Justice to ensure accountability and protect public resources. Yoko is yet to officially respond to this petition. South Dai Member of Parliament, Honorable Roxanne Nelson Dafiamakbo, together with lawyer Israel Tete and the Ghana Law Society, has taken legal action at the Supreme Court, challenging the Ghana Bar Association's long-held status as the sole representative body of lawyers in the country. The 3 plaintiffs are suing the Attorney General and the GBA, arguing that the association is not a statutory body, but rather a private voluntary group registered like any other club or society. They contend that the Constitution's reference to the Ghana Bar Association were never meant to grant the GBA exclusive control over the legal profession. Their writ describes the GBA's posture as misleading and deceptive and says it amounts to wrongful appropriation of constitutional identity. They insist that any interpretation given the GBA's sole authority denies other legal associations of their right to equal registration under the constitutional guarantees of equality and freedom of association. The plaintiffs are seeking a Supreme Court declaration that constitutional references to the GBA are descriptive and not exclusive. They also want an order restraining the association from presenting itself as the only official bar in Ghana. The Attorney General and the GBA are expected to respond in the incoming weeks. A ruling against the GBA could significantly alter how lawyers' bodies participate in key national decisions, including nominations to the Judicial Council and other statutory bodies. Richard Jakpa, Director of Special Operations at the National Security Secretariat and a key figure in the controversial ambulance procurement case, has petitioned the Criminal Investigations Department to investigate the former Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Dame for alleged misconduct and attempt to fabricate evidence. Jakpa, the third accused in a case involving minority or the former minority leader Dr. Kaisel Atoforsen, says he submitted the petition on July 23, 2025. He claims the former Attorney General's privately urged him to testify in a way that would incriminate Dr. Forsen and hasten the trial's conclusion. According to Jakpa, he has provided a phone recording of an alleged conversation with Mr. Dame from March 26, 2024. He also alleged that former Attorney General suggested he procure a false medical excuse in order to delay his court appearance until Mr. Dame returned from an overseas trip, an idea Jakpa says he rejected as criminal, dishonest and unethical. Describing the conduct as diabolical and vicious, Jakpa insists the actions undermine public trust in the Attorney General's office and called for a full probe. Responding earlier in February, Mr. Dame denied any wrongdoing, stating that his advice to secure a medical report stemmed from concern for Jakpa's health and scheduling pressures. He argued that Jakpa's eventual court adjournment for ill health proved his advice was genuine. The ambulance procurement trial ended in July 2024 when the Court of Appeal acquitted both Dr. Forsen and Jakpa of causing £2.37 million financial loss to the state. In the central region of Ghana, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission (GTEC) has fully restored all its services to University of Cape Coast after the institution complied with its directive concerning the retirement of Vice Chancellor Professor Johnson Nyankwo-Bwampong. GTEC had earlier suspended key services to the university on September 19th over what it described as the Vice Chancellor's failure to observe the compulsory retirement age. The sanctions affected the processing of accreditation requests, salaries, get fund support, research allowances and recruitment clearances. In a statement signed by Acting Director of Corporate Affairs Mr. Jerry Safo, GTEC confirmed on Wednesday, September 24th, that UCC has now provided proof of compliance, prompting an immediate lifting of the sanctions. According to the statement, Professor Bwampong has taken the matter to the court, but the university has since been reinstated as a fully accredited institution on the GTEC website. GTEC expressed appreciation to the registrar and management of UCC for their cooperation throughout the period of the standoff. Let's get to the Upper West region. The Ghana Police Service has begun a full-scale investigation into the suspected murder of a 55-year-old night security guard, Yaya Issa, popularly known as Soldier, in Wa. His lifeless body was discovered earlier Sunday along the Wa-Dori Road near the New Market. According to police reports, there were visible injuries to his head and face, with blood stains at the scene suggesting a foul play. Deputy Regional Police Commander ACP Peter Kamasa confirmed that a team of investigators have been deployed to gather evidence. The police are urging residents to stay alert and promptly report any suspicious activity that may aid the ongoing investigations. Authorities have assured the public of their commitment to bring the perpetrators to justice and to maintain peace and security in the area. Let's get to our international news. In our international news, former Malawian leader Peter Mutharika has staged a dramatic political comeback, winning last week's presidential election at age 85. Official figures show Mutharika secured 57% of the total vote, defeating the incumbent president Lazarus Chakwera, who polled 33%. Chakwera at 70 conceded even before the final results were announced, calling Mutharika to congratulate him on what he described as a historic victory. Mutharika, a former law professor, previously ruled Malawi from 2014 to 2020 before losing to Chakwera. He now returns to office facing a struggling economy marked by soaring inflation, severe fuel shortages, and a crippling lack of foreign currency. Chakwera admitted there were some irregularities in the polls, but said he was accepting the outcome in respect of the people's will. His concessions sparked jubilant celebrations across the capital, where crowds sang and danced in the street as motorists honked their horns. Analysts say the result reflects public frustration over corruption, frequent power cuts, and the rising cost of living during Chakera's return. Although these challenges existed during Mutharika's first tenure, they deepened in recent years. Mutharika campaigned on the promise of a return to proven leadership, but questions remain over his health and ability to govern at his advanced age. The swearing-in ceremony is expected within 30 days of this announcement. In India, at least 4 people have been killed and dozens injured in peaceful demonstrations in the Himalayan region of Ladakh, which turned violent this Wednesday. Young protesters, frustrated by years of stalled talks with New Delhi, clashed with police and set fire to Bharatiya Janata Party, the BJP office in the regional capital, Leh. Security forces said more than 30 personnel were hurt and admitted they opened fire in self-defense. For 6 years, Ladakhs have been pressing for statehood and special constitutional safeguards to protect their jobs and culture. Their demands include inclusion under India's 6th schedule, which gives certain tribal regions greater autonomy. The protest escalated after 2 senior hunger strikes were hospitalized on the 15th day of their fast. Youth leaders said they had lost faith in peaceful protests after what they described as years of empty promises from the federal government. Ladakh, which borders China, has been directly ruled by India since 2019, when the Modi administration revoked the semi-autonomous status of the former state of Jammu and Kashmir and separated Ladakh into a federally governed territory without its own legislature. Analysts warn that the unrest coming 5 years after the region's political reorganization has created a new internal security challenge for India, even as it continues to face border disputes with China. We are ending with this story in Russia. A woman whose body was found in Spain 2 decades ago has finally been identified as a 31-year-old Russian citizen, Lyudmila Zavada, thanks to an international police campaign. Her remains were discovered in July 2005 beside a road in Barcelona province. At the time, she was known only as the woman in pink because of her pink floral clothing. Police considered her death suspicious but were unable to confirm her identity. Interpol added the case last year to its operation Identify Me, which shares details of unidentified bodies worldwide. Earlier this year, Turkish authorities matched her fingerprint to national records, and a DNA test with a relative in Russia confirmed her identity. Interpol's Secretary General said the breakthrough offers fresh hope for families of missing persons and provides new leads for investigators. Spanish police continue to investigate the circumstances of Ms. Zavada's death. Operation Identify Me has so far helped name 3 women in Europe, but investigators are still working to identify 44 more found dead across several countries, many believed to be murder victims. This ends our news in brief on Adventist World Radio 97.7. We are grateful to all our technical producers, Emmanuel Frimpong and Enoch Dolabel, also Janet Akuya Frakoma, and also to our executive producer, Director Madame Bell Osei Bonsu. We are also grateful to you who took time to hear us and to watch us. We humbly urge you all to continue to tune into Adventist World Radio 97.7, even as we come your way with our much more wonderful and succinct programs. The news was read by Japan Stephen Frimpong.